Coach Harris, good to see you again. First
Always,
of all,
always great seeing you.
good, good. Just talk a little bit about the excitement out here. You're getting into your first spring. I heard on Monday you had a good turnout. A lot of trustees and board members out here. Just talk a little bit about the excitement of your first spring.
The university, the community, everybody a part of Florida Memorial University is very, very excited about. It's always been the big talk about bringing in football. Now football is here. We're having spring practice. So, the atmosphere of excitement and where we're going at with the program is, the sky's the limit. And we continue to work on that. And that's what's been happening. This is our second practice for spring. We have an opportunity to have the second evaluation, from a coaching standpoint for our students and continue to teach them, how to practice and turn that into training and getting everything done from there. So the biggest part of today is making sure that we can continue to teach them the fundamentals and the techniques on where we're going for our development, and they bring all the energy and the effort to be able to help us be able to do that job.
I saw a lot of intensity out here earlier today, and just talk a little bit about some of your expectations throughout the spring and some things you're hoping to get accomplished going into your spring game.
The main point of all of this for us as coaching staff is the development, of these student athletes, to make sure that they really developing, from a fundamental standpoint and learning all the details, and like I said earlier, about learning how to practice, in a college setting. It's new for a lot of the kids, so we have to make sure that we do a good job on how organized we are and how disciplined that we are to be able to stay with the structure of what we're doing and do a great job monitoring when we go back and watch video, and then they'll come, and being able to be able to bring all of that back to them, and then that brings the energy for the next time that we come out, which will be Friday.
And just talk a little bit about the staff. I see you have a lot of local guys with a lot of high school ties. Just talk a little bit about some of the guys you brought in and some of your expectations for them as well, and giving them an opportunity as well with you here with Florida Memorial.
That's the purpose of taking the job, and not just for, for our staff and local high school coaches here, to be able to have an opportunity, because we develop student athletes year after year in all the major high schools here in South Florida, and we have a part of all of that on our staff. So now it's a chance for them to be able to show that they can do what they're doing in high school on a college level. It's continue to develop, student athletes at this level, because the ones that we do in high school, they go all the other colleges all around the country, and big things happening. So we want to be able to keep them home, and the well is keep the kids in South Florida home, to be able to have that experience and have the opportunity that they can show that they can actually do this job. And having a football program here at Florida Memorial open up another door. So we have, in the spring, we have 65 kids out here. About 23 of those kids is the first in their family to go to college. So that is a great that's a great situation that we have, in that this university having football really opened up a positive door for a lot of young student athletes that will be doing something else if football wouldn't come to Florida. It hasn't come to Florida Memorial University.
And as you mentioned, it's having some of the kids in the program and also having a chance to go to school and be a student. Just talk a little bit about the student-athlete aspect of it, and them having an opportunity to do that as well while playing football here at Florida Memorial.
The only reason that they're here at Florida Memorial University to chase excellence in academics. So we are here to graduate, get a degree at Florida Memorial. That's the number one priority. Even when we go out and we're recruiting, if that is not the number one priority, and we ain't talking about talent level, anything like that, we want a mindset of understanding that we are chasing academics. We want that degree in your hand at the end of the day. Whatever football brings us from that standpoint, we're okay with it. We want you to be able to go to any grad school that you want to go to. Be an entrepreneur, to be able to go out there in that global market and compete academically with anybody out there to give you a fair shot at your life for your future. That's what it's about here at Florida Memorial University. We are chasing excellence in academics. That's the key.
Okay, and I saw the other day a clip online, you talking about the schedule. I saw you passionate about it and how you guys want to own that. You guys want to compete on the highest level. Just talk a little bit about how proud you are about the schedule and some of your expectations with that too going into your first year.
The schedule is a tough one, and as a coach, you always got to make sure that you take on the challenge that comes in front of you that you can't control. So that's something that we have to make sure that we preparing ourselves for an opportunity to be able to do something special with a tough schedule that we have. Not just the teams that come into this season that rank. All the non-ranked teams are great opponents and do a great job, and they coaches are doing an excellent job. So all 10 of our games that we have on our schedule, is going to be something that we're going to have to go in every stadium, either here, home, our way and got to compete at the high level for us to have any chance of being successful.
And then lastly, just talk a little bit about the Fan Fest you will have coming up this year, your spring game. And I took a look at your first schedule. It seems like you guys have something going on every home game. Maybe that's to generate some buzz as well. Just talk a little bit about the student body and some of the things you guys are doing as well to create that excitement.
Yeah, the athletic program, Mr. A.D. Jones and his staff and myself, we really got together and really tried to make sure that we, bring great excitement, to when kids and families coming out to watch our university perform, for this first year. We want to be able to give them an experience that we can bring them back for the next one. So we're very excited about Fan Fest. That's something that we want to really open up here, in South Florida, at Florida Memorial, to make sure that we bring that community out, put some bounce houses and stuff for the kids and bring it a family event. And then they can get closer to our student athletes that we have on campus now, that they can be able to get autographs, take pictures, and really, really fellowship with our students. And they deserve it, because they really setting a great foundation for where we're going at now. For to start our program off, they set the standard in terms of where we want to go at as an overall program. And we're just going to be excited about Fan Fest and definitely looking forward to the spring game on April 18th as well, too.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.